A lot of the stories and news out of Goodyear about the Indians revolved around Jason-Kipnes, and believe me, I'm thrilled to see he's hit the 6 home runs. He's batting about 500. As Terry Francona said the other day, most importantly is not that he's just crushing this pitching in Arizona where breaking balls don't break much or whatever. It's the fact that when you hit 6 home runs, it means you're healthy. Your back, your shoulder, your legs, all these things that have bothered Kipnis over the last few years are healthy. He wouldn't hit the ball 400 feet. So Kipnis is healthy. But there's some other players that haven't been talked a lot in Goodyear. And there'll be some of the guys, in fact, next week when I'm going to Goodyear that I'll be taking a look at. These are players that the Indians are counting upon to really do something. For example, Yonder Alonso, they signed him this past year to replace Carlos Santana. Hit 28 homers last year for Seattle and Oakland. By the way, it's significant. I mentioned Seattle and Oakland. 2 very tough places to hit home runs. But before that, Alonso never hit more than 9 home runs. That was in 2012. So, is this the new improved Yonder Alonso, or do you just have kind of a Halley's Comet year? Once in a while, a player has that. It's like almost a comet comes by, he hits a bunch of home runs, or he happens to win a bunch of games, the comet leaves, and that's it, gone. The Indians are counting upon that comet sticking around for a while with Alonso because they need him to hit some home runs. Another guy, Lonnie Chisenhall. You know, over the last 2 years, Lonnie Chisenhall's hit 286, he's driven in some runs, played good right field. Here's the problem with Lonnie Chisenhall. 4 trips to the disabled list in the last 2 years. 4 trips. They need him healthy. You know, a lot of people talk about Michael Brantley being healthy, and that's important too, but so is Chisenhall in right field. So that's a second guy. Then 2 more guys I'm interested to see because Brian Shaw is gone. Terry Francona mentioned he thought 2 guys would be needed to replace Brian Shaw because Shaw pitched, over the last 4 years, nobody's pitched in more games than Brian Shaw in the American League. So we're talking about Zach McAllister and Dan Otero. You know, McAllister is a converted starter who's gone to the bullpen and has had pretty good success the last 3 years doing that, but he pitched in what's called low leverage situations. In other words, 5th inning, 6th inning, maybe a little bit in the 7th. Shaw would come in the 8th inning. Part of the reason Cody Allen and Andrew Miller had as many saves and much late inning success is because Shaw was that bridge, oftentimes coming with men on base in the 6th or 7th inning to get guys out. Can McAllister do that? Or can Dan Otero do that? Or Nick Goody do it? Or some combination of above? They're going to need to find somebody from them. And it's amazing how sometimes relievers, as the pressure ratchets up, their performance diminishes. So we're going to find out with those guys, you know, how they do. So when I look at the Indians, there's a lot of fun things to see. I love Yandy Diaz. Of course, he's hitting his usual 400 in Arizona. He's probably headed to AAA. You know, I'll be very interested to see Francisco Mejia, young catcher, going to be headed to AAA also. You know, he's hitting 450. They've had a lot of good things happening with their younger players. But some of these veterans, Alonso, McAllister, Goody, Otero, and Chisenhall, those are guys that the Indians are going to be expecting a lot from this season.